Bowser's Inside Story amazingly didn't do something like this. What did you... Oh.
Good night, everybody.
Cheating.
And now I'm gonna put... The only reason I keep the fire tablet that gives you weird semi-invulnerability to fire. And if you slash, it doesn't do anything. So...
You gotta pull the, acid, which... That has to be painful.
We have the yen, might as well peace bell. That cures acid and everything.
Even though, weren't we using this thing's actual stomach acid?
Yes. Now we got the dragon orb.
Inside of Leviathan was the worst mission in Devil May Cry 3. Again, a lot of the reasons I hate that type of level. Acid everywhere and it's fucking dark. Also, everything looks the same. I know you're, again, it's just in a living creature, but when you're staring at bright pink, it's the same problem as Jabu Jabu. I have, where the fuck do I go? And in the case of the Jabu Jabu one, you have to deal with shitty N64 textures.
Foxfire! Foxfire! You'll get caught up in the foxfire.
Okay, so, this is, no items, Fox only final destination, so I guess that means you're gonna have to unequip things. This is the best I can think of this joke. You have, I was gonna say, you use the Infinity Stone. Abuse, slow down more.
They still... The reason I use the Infinity Stone, these motherfuckers still ink from you.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm not using it for no reason.
Wave dash this, assholes. I forgot about the stupid stealing ink. Also, I believe these enemies don't have a floor finish.
No, they do.
They do?
I think it's Power Slash.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Everything has a floor finisher.
Also, as you can see, you fight a lot of them.
And there's the...
And there's the stealing ink. And there it goes.
Why I...
You could use another Infinity Stone.
I mean...
We have a few of those, right? Yeah, we have like 6. We have 6 of them, might as well. Also, maybe equip a Steel Fist Sake, just to make this go faster. Or that. Or we could just say, fuck this noise.
I hate that enemy type. And as you can see, it finished them off. I hate The Infinity Stone worked out really well.
I forgot about the taking ink.
Yeah. You'll notice that with the Infinity Stone, they could...
Oh yeah, Thought Rod. Remember those? We're kind of still going after that.
What the heck was that? Was kind of freaky. Looks like a bundle of bamboo tubes or something. I know, I bet those are the Fox Rods that Busty Babe wanted. You know, that ultimate weapon against the Dark Lord. Heck, I know it. You should have tried to pull that orb out more gently. I'm too young to be digested. Let's get out of here. Just put the pedal to the metal.
One slightly dumb thing about this is I think the acid drops are falling at pure random.
Semi-random.
Yeah, like that.
However, if you absolutely need to, and it's not a deal breaker, jump in the water and use the, like, updrafts. The little boosty points.
You also could, there's the Infinity Stone to give you infinite ink. Was there something that made you temporarily invincible?
No.
Yeah.
I made it out in less than a minute.
It's not that hard, it can just be annoying, because due to the drops being semi-random, you can sometimes get kind of gang-banged.
Fucking foxes in there. Let's just steal away the main ability of the...
Well, duh, they're Fox players. Of course they're assholes. Never trust a competitive Fox player.
Damn it, Carson. I wasted a large exorcism slip on that.
No, that wasn't a waste. That fight's a pain in the dick hole. They just steal your ink, basically sort of requiring you to either use an Infinity Stone or exorcism slips to stun them. Because if you don't do that, the fight is a massive pain in the ass.
Eh, fair enough. King Wada? He was the water dragon this whole time. The 27th King of
What
Japan.
a twist! Ah?
Damn it,
That's
Carson.
the part name.
Damn it, Carson. Damn you.
What?
You and your part name request. It's like that part of, at the time, and I edited this just the other day, that part of Kingdom Hearts where Brian was talking about his RPG idea, where it's a Western themed RPG, but everyone has cheese names. And you wanted me to call the part Jesus Christ and Cheddar Sharpton?
And was that enough to fit?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yes. It's like, I believe all of the characters in Brave Fencer and Musashi were named after food, but because it was a Japanese game, I think they're all Japanese food, so we can't have that in America, and the evil faction in that game were, I believe, all named after alcohol, and again, this is a children's game, can't be having that.
So that happened.
Mm-hmm.
He ate the dragon orb, became a dragon, and went nuts. Any draconian that uses that can become a water dragon, but because he also had the fox rods, he kind of went a little insane.
Well,
What?
Well, duh. He had dragon typing and melee fox power. That's too much competitive toxicity.
How did you get down here?
We both know the answer to that.
No, those things are actually the flotation device. Far too much buoyancy. I love her word choice. Did he reveal the secret of penetrating on the island?
Oh my.
I know the word penetrate just means to like go through, but
Yeah.
what? You found the fox rods! Rods, penetration.
Oh my.
Now you just hold your melons, babe. I love that line. Damn it, Ami! Damn it! What could possibly go wrong? It's an eerie light they give out, yet somehow alluring. With this, my holy powers will reach their limit. I can destroy every last demon there is. Protecting Queen Himiko with this great power, that is my duty. Don't worry about it.
Nothing else.
I must hurry back to the city now. I shall honor my duty with my life. Damn it, brain. Instead of her running off, she pulls on her boots and starts inflating.
No, she pulls a string in between them.
And they start inflating. And she, like, cause...
She just floats up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a life preserver vest.
You get my point. Whoosh. That would be the... That would be the joke I would go with. Oh, what?
I believe...
No, what Eastern says is technically true. You get the dragon orb if you try to leave.
The stupid thing is I don't believe they even let you leave to go save.
So...
You have to do this shenanigan.
Whomp. There you go. Take your orb.
Also, if you're wondering why seahorses aren't all over here, I believe in Japanese, like, the Japanese name for a seahorse is, I believe, literally child of dragon.
Horsey? Cedra Kingdra.
Yes, because in Japanese mythology, a seahorse, I believe, could turn into a dragon.
Yes.
That's also why Skrell becomes Dragalge and loses the water typing for dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Culture is fun. Also, there's I believe because of this, there's a type of seahorse called the Leafy Sea Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Wanna see my leaky sea dragon?
Oh my!
Hey, they were talking about rods and penetration. Par for the course.
Well, notice how she said Yumiko's attendant was a question mark.
Yes. This is the Dragon Orb run in HD. I'm not liking this 480i. Ain't that some shit? Getting close to Oni Island.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Now the dumb part about this part of the game, and I get this, but
Well, for one, save.
yes, and I get this, but at the same time, I understand what they're doing, but this just bothers me. So you can save. That's
Well,
first crash and
that. That.
I hope it's saved.
We just saved.
No,
I literally, and it might have been in that same spot, I had that exact thing happen in the digital version. I literally saved once, and then the game crashed in the digital version. I think it also might have been in that exact same fucking spot.
This is why I had these. Might also be stopping soon, just because the next part of this game is kind of long.
Continue. The game's recognizing there were files. See?
Dragon Palace.
The game recognized there were files.
First crash on the physical copy. So that's one. Yeah. Thank God. And if you try to...
the music's still intense.
If you try to warp... Yeah. They don't... Which is... I get it, but at the same time, this is dumb. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, did any of you that played this game on the Switch have a crash at this part of the game? And that goes for both the digital version and the physical version if you happen to own the physical, whether you imported the physical because you live in a different country and wanted a physical copy like we did, or if you happen to live in Japan, so you happen to easily get a physical copy from your local game store or what have you. Either way, I don't care what version of the game you were playing, did the game crash? And that leads to a very specific little bonus question. If you have the digital version, did it crash more frequently? Because a lot of people said the digital version crashed a lot more than the physical version, and up until now, the physical version had not crashed. So it does seem to be more stable. If you have played through the digital version, did it crash more often? And if you have the physical version of the game like I do, did your physical version crash more often than mine? Because a lot of these errors seem to be because they forgot to properly optimize the Switch version of the game because they were basically rushed into releasing it. So I guess forgot is not really the correct word in that instance. It's more that they were forced to release the game and were never given a fair chance to optimize it, and apparently because they didn't optimize the Switch version, it supposedly has a memory leakage issue where a bunch of arbitrary things in the code cause a memory buildup, and that memory buildup causes the frame rate to basically sort of, the way it's been described is the frame rate is like increasing, but it's basically sort of shooting up where the game is trying to render extra frames, and because it was never programmed to render that many frames per second, it just crashes. So it's like the game jumps up to like 60, but then it would double from 60 to like 120, but because it's not programmed to display 120 frames per second, it just crashes. And apparently the physical version, because it's a physical game, supposedly because of how the physical games work, where the game is sort of constantly reading and writing because it's not just a digital download, because there is a physical object that is constantly communicating, that the game is a little bit more stable, and that seems to be the case. The download version seems to be more buggy because the download version is essentially, a digital file, so when anything starts screwing up, it basically will immediately error out, whereas the physical version is constantly reading and writing and updating based on the way the Switch reads its own cartridges. Essentially, they work like a modified SD card. It's apparently flash memory, and because of how flash memory functions, the Switch is apparently constantly reading and writing data when you have physical games. And the read and write fluctuation apparently does let physical games be a little bit more stable, but apparently they load a little bit slower because it has to get the data off the physical cartridge versus a downloaded version of a game essentially being loaded sort of entirely in memory. But funny enough, download games also have a bit of a read and write problem if you saved them to an SD card. The internal memory on the Switch can be accessed the fastest, whereas the SD card in your Switch can actually affect load times a little bit, and some SD cards can be faster or slower, so the roll physical Switch cartridges actually seem to be a good middle ground, but now is not the time to ramble about Switch data. This in-slate question has gone on long enough. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.